Alongside the Mtkvari River, and within the Chamske-Javakheti region, Vardzia is yet another monument carved out of rock. This rocky beehive is still maintained today by monks who have kept the memory of Queen Tamara intact. The woman who finished this great work 50 years after her father Gheorghe III began its construction as a place of refuge from invasions. As a girl, Tamara would get lost in these caves and would yell, "Ak Vardzia, I'm here, uncle," which gave this place its name. This is a legend, but it is true that King Tamara, as she was known, turned Vardzia into a center for culture and art, so much so that it inspired the Georgian humanist Shota Rustaveli in his poem The Knight in the Panther's Skin, an homage to courage and loyalty that fueled the flame for the national independence that was achieved at the end of the 20th century. One of King David Bagration's greatest successes was the creation of the monastic compound of Gelati. With this architectural marvel, near the city of Kutaisi, David did justice to his name, the Builder, since one of his goals was to make Georgia into a center of culture. In Gelati, he brought together famous scholars to create an intellectual center that would flourish like a second Athens. It was the will of David himself, advocate of the golden age of his nation and tireless defender of multi-ethnic tolerance, to be buried at the entrance of the monastery so that all Georgians can step on the heart of one of their most beloved personalities. Joseph Stalin was another Georgian of great relevance to world history. He was born in this house in Gori, and in this armored car, he traveled across the whole of the ex-Soviet Union. The dictator's memorabilia are conserved in the museum of the city that, ironically, was founded by David the Builder, the most idolized king in Georgian history. Borjomi-Kharagauli National Park is in the center of the country, and it constitutes 1% of the territory of Georgia. The forested area has retained its natural state, and there are a number of animal species, such as the Bezoar Goat, which were quite numerous in the past, then completely disappeared here. Today, they are being reintroduced in these mountainous places in a system of semi-captivity. Borjomi-Kharagauli, surrounded by the magical atmosphere of the Lower Caucasus, is the most visited park in Georgia and has a large number of recreational activities on offer.
Borjomi-Kharagaulis ეროვნული პარკი უდიდესია ევროპაში. 2006 წლიდან Borjomi-Kharagaulis ეროვნული პარკი გახდა პანპარკების წევრი. ყოველწლიურად ტურისტების რაოდენობა მატულობს ეროვნულ პარკში. როგორც საცხენოსნო ტურებისთვის ჩამოდიან, ასევე ფეხით გასასეირნებლად და შემეცნებითი ტურიზმისთვის. პარკის ინფრასტრუქტურა გვაძლევს იმის საშუალებას, რომ განვახორციელოთ რამოდენიმე დღიანი საცხენოსნო ტურები. პარკში განთავსებულია ტურისტული თავშესაფრები, სადაც ტურისტებს შეუძლიათ ღამის თევა. და სულ რამოდენიმე დღეში, 60 დღეში შეუძლიათ ბორჯომის რაიონიდან გადავიდნენ ხარაგაულის რაიონში.
This 76,000-hectare park has an abundance of attractions. It is also immensely enjoyable to visit the nearby villages, which alongside medieval relics and local handicrafts are home to incredibly dynamic people, even if they are 120 years old, like Ekaterine, this lady who was born in 1890. Caucasians live quite a long time, thanks to their physical strength. But besides this, they have a natural aid that most probably helps them increase their lifespan. Matsoni, a thick yogurt that contains 2 very healthy lactobacilli, also used in homemade cheese. This isn't surprising, given that early in the 20th century, the Nobel Prize-winning Russian microbiologist Mechnikov demonstrated that regular consumption of yogurt was the cause of longevity in some Central European towns. In 1830, it was rumored that springs from the Borjomi-Kharagauli Natural Reserve contained healing properties, and 60 years later, the first bottling plant of the now world-famous Borjomi water was created. It's unique because of its naturally mineralized hydrocarbonated sodium and therapeutic qualities. Although the original fountain still works, barely a trace remains of the luxury that characterized this place when it was the summer residence of the Russian imperial family, the Romanovs.